Good morning, Facebook family and friends. Wow, wisdom walk number, I think this is number 36. You can't stretch your own vision, and this is my second wisdom walk in 24 hours, which I've never done that before, but I figured since I'm in a situation where I have a lot of free time, tremendous amount of free time, and my wisdom walk this morning is this you created a massive amount of conversation, and I was just sitting back enjoying our wonderful time here and just reading comments and talking to people, and a lot of you guys got me a little emotional, so I got to do another wisdom walk. And this one says, you can't stretch your own vision. So many of you, and again, I feed off of you guys. I feed off of your success. I feed off of your concerns. I feed off of your fear. Whatever the situation is, I feed off of that. And I feed off the people, because we the people have to stick together. I did a wisdom walk that is we the people, and I hope you've caught that one. And for those of you that haven't caught that one, I would definitely go on our Vimeo page or our Facebook group and catch that one. I know it's really, really early on the West Coast. It's about 5:30. 8:30 East Coast, and where I am is 5:30 p.m. So the sun's gonna be going down here in a little bit, as you can see. But this is my this is like a big, nice round circle. So this is a great way to do a wisdom walk. How cool is this? So I think I'll probably do this walk like every 6 months here, or maybe we'll find another destination, whatever it is. But I know a good majority of our followers for our group is on the West Coast, so they're sleeping right now. But I felt I wanted to do this one because I just read and I didn't get his permission to say his name or whatever, so I'm not going to do that unless I get you guys permission. I don't do that. So he touched me. He really touched me. I read his comment, and one of his comments, I've had probably about 25 or 30 people that I read comments of after today's wisdom walk, and a lot of people are getting it. And this is the one that stood out for me. And what the gentleman talked about, he's had a level of success, and he doesn't think he's as successful as he wants to be, but his family members and people look at him as a major success, but he feels that he's just scratched the surface of the success he has, which is great. But people look up to him, and he says, wow, after looking at your wisdom walk and looking at what you're doing, you're showing me that there's so much more to go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's more for me to go. There are people who stretch my vision. My brother-in-law is trying to call me. I guess they're trying to do a brunch with us right now, but they'll have to wait because we the people got to talk. Anyway, people stretch my vision, and my definition of stretching a vision is you can't stretch your own vision. You can't wake up in the morning and go, okay, I want to get to this level in my life. I want to get to that level in my life. It's impossible. I learned that from one of my mentors. Answer. Okay, it's been probably 20 years he taught me that, and he says you can't stretch your own vision. You can't get to the next level. Someone has to stretch your vision for you. Someone has to put you or make you realize where you can go. So someone has to stretch your vision. So when I say that, I meant, like, for example, Hubert Humphrey, one of my mentors. I remember back in, I think it was 2004, 2005, 2006, when he was building his 50,000 square foot or 46,000 square foot home, we would go there, and he had these tours of where we would watch the house being constructed, and everybody was oohing and ahhing and wow, this is insane. And the Queen and I, my thought was, okay, great, when are we going to build our house, when we're going to build our thing, when we're going to have that level of success. That's stretching your vision. So me seeing something attainable by someone else is what stretches your vision. You can't stretch it yourself. You can't make that decision on your own that, okay, I want to do this. For example, I've probably stretched a couple hundred, maybe a couple thousand people's vision in the last week or 10 days, because I've shown you something differently. I've shown you that I am what I can achieve, you can achieve also. Maybe what you didn't realize is when I talked about wanting to, my financial goal, my personal financial goal is to make $317 million a day. So let me repeat that. My personal financial goal is to make $317 million a day. And that number comes to me because of stretching my vision. someone else stretched my vision. The person that stretches my vision is Jeff Bezos, because Jeff Bezos makes $316 million a day. So my thought is, if a human being, he's not an alien, he's not someone that was born differently from anybody else, he's a human being just like all of us are. If he can do 316, I can do 317. So that's the point of meaning someone stretching your vision. So he shows me that it could be done. Hello. Hi, and if it can be done, I can do it. So now I have to follow the success principles of things that he's done in order to get to that level. Now, I don't have an Amazon, and when Amazon first came around in the first 5 years, oh wow, how beautiful is that? Hold on. The waves are really coming in now. Absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, so when Amazon first started, it wasn't successful. People laughed at them. People thought it would never make it. People thought it would be something that would never happen. Books, are you kidding me? And here he is today, the richest man in the world. Him and Elon Musk go back and forth based on the stock values. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun to watch it. Hello. So it's kind of fun to watch it. So, oh, how beautiful is that? Anyway, so that's what stretches your vision. So this gentleman that spoke to me today, and he sent me a message. He says, you know what, I'm going to follow what you're doing, and I'm going to follow it going. He says, I really thought I had that level of success, but what got me today in your wisdom walk is your conversation about me existing. He goes, I'm barely doing a little bit over existing. He goes, I have a family, my queen, which I love the fact, by the way, I love the fact that you guys do that. I started that, I can't even remember how many years ago, calling Lisa the Queen. And now I see people doing it and saying it on their posts. It just warms my heart when people do stuff like that, because, the ladies in our life are our queens. And we need to treat them that way. We need to treat them with respect. It's kind of interesting. I'm saying that, and I'm just a couple thousand miles away from Dubai, where it's completely different. They don't treat their women like queens, but hey, it is what it is. Everybody to each, everybody's own. All I can do is do whatever I can to inspire, motivate, and push people in a direction that I like. And doesn't mean you have to do it, because maybe I don't have all the answers. So who says what I'm doing is right? I just live my life a certain way. I don't charge you guys for anything. I'll never charge you guys for anything. I just want to give you an option to win. Anyway, so this gentleman says that he saw the opportunity, and he was pretty excited about what we're doing. And I've stretched his vision. I've shown him now that he can have more. He doesn't have to live. He can exist. He doesn't have to exist. He can live. And he has his own business. But he says, you're absolutely right. You opened my eyes, because I don't own my own business. My business owns me, because I'm not able to do what I need to do. Now, some people misunderstand what our goal is. So I'll kind of break down our goal pretty simple, because a lot of people are not paying attention. And like today, Bitcoin, I think, dropped like 10 grand in the last 24 hours. And there's so many people like panicking. Oh my gosh, Bitcoin dropped $10,000. I care less. Bitcoin could drop another $20,000. It doesn't bother me. It's not an issue, because we have a plan. We're using cryptocurrency to feed the 3 largest industries on the planet, which is going to give us generational wealth. And I'm not talking about, when you talk about generational wealth, we're talking about really, really living and not existing. Really living and not existing. So generational wealth will come from things like retail, which is Amazon stores, Walmart stores, mortgage notes. They don't make any more land. Like, I'm surrounded by water right now. They don't make any more land, okay? And then we have our precious metals, which is gold and silver, okay? So crypto will fund that. So my thought behind that, where people misunderstand, is that yes, Bitcoin has dropped from 64,000 probably a little bit over 36 hours ago down to like 55,000. I think the last time I saw it. Doesn't really bother me, because I don't invest in crypto. I stack crypto, and I teach people to stack crypto. We don't invest, because it doesn't matter what Bitcoin has dropped to, because how many ever coins I have, I still have that amount of coins. And my goal is, and my belief is, that Bitcoin will be worth 100,000 one day, 200,000 one day. I've heard as much as 1 million now. Nobody knows for sure. There's no guarantees. But if I was a betting person, I will bet Bitcoin will probably hit 500,000 one day. And at that point in time, our job with Envy is to help you stack it. So at that defining day, you have 5 Bitcoin, 10 Bitcoin, 100 Bitcoin, 200 Bitcoin. And now you have a legacy for your family. And that's all we do. And we use multiple platforms to do that. Some coins are not Bitcoin, but we trade those over to it. It's pretty simple. We have it all on our Facebook page. But I want to stick to the point. The point is stretching the vision. So I'm hoping that everybody's vision is being stretched, because the last 7 or 10 days, or the next 2 weeks of Lisa and I traveling with her sister and my brother-in-law, will show you that vision stretching thing, because I'm showing you that you can live a better way. And I've seen people do this before. I've had friends, the Tony Hsiehs of the world that are billionaires, that will drop I mean, a tip could be $100,000. Some people don't even make $100,000 in a year, and these guys are tipping $100,000. So it's all in perspective. Everything is perspective. There's a perspective of what you want to do. But I made a post regarding the fact of the old way of thinking, the old way of success. And I'll close with this one. Success in the olden days is, do really, really well. Put yourself in a position, let me kind of get the sun out of you guys' eyes. Put yourself in a position to, have a beautiful home and a nice car and money in the bank. And that's what people, looked at. That was your measurement of success. My measurement of success is a little different from that. My measurement of success doesn't matter which car you have, what home you have, how much money you have in the bank. What matters to me is how much freedom do you have? See, that's the new level of success. How much freedom do you have? What are you doing today? What is your tomorrow going to be like? Today's Sunday, I think. Sunday night. So I'm 12 hours ahead of you. So Sunday, what's your Monday like? What's your Tuesday like? What's your Wednesday like? What's your Thursday like? Do you have the freedom that, for example, Lisa could say, the Queen can say, look, you know what, I'm really, really enjoying myself. I don't want to go home right now. Let's stay here for another month. Do you have that freedom? To me, that's the new level of success. Not what car you drive or how much you have in the bank or, what you make a year. That's the old way of thinking. The new way of thinking is what type of freedom you have and what type of health you have. To me, it's the freedom and health. Are you healthy enough to be able to enjoy the things that you are able to do, or the life that you built? Do you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do? Do you have the freedom to tithe more to your church? If your church is having a situation right now that they need an orphanage or whatever's happening, do you have the freedom to write a $100,000 check, a $500,000 check? Do you have the freedom to do these types of things? And that, to me, is the new bar and the new level of success. So I hope your vision is being stretched. Again, you can't stretch your own vision. Someone has to stretch it for you. So I hope I'm that person, because there are people in my life that are stretching my vision. My biggest vision stretcher was Tony Hsieh. May God rest his soul. Lost him last November, but he would stretch my vision the most. So I'm kind of looking for someone else to help me get to that level. It seems like I don't have anyone in my life right now that is that's doing things in that level. So hopefully I find one soon. Who knows? Maybe I'll find someone on this trip. You never know. I've met some pretty interesting people and a lot of money people. So, but again, it's not about the money. It doesn't matter how much you have in the bank. You can have $5 million in the bank. You can have $10 million in the bank. You can have $20 million in the bank. You can make $2 million a year. But if you're stretched out and your family don't get to see you because all you do is work, and you can't go to a game, you can't do anything with them, what's that? That's not success. You're not living, you're existing. Yeah, you're making great money, you have great money in the bank, you can drive your Lamborghini to the office, you can have 4 of them in your garage or whatever, but if you got to go to the office for 18 hours a day or 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, what the hell? What's that? That's not success. You're working your butt off. That's not success. That's the old thinking of success. The new thinking about success, again, is your freedom. Are you free? Do you have the freedom? That's what we're preaching. And when we're in a situation with our club that we have, I know Rabu calls it his book club, and I love that. It is like a book club. It's like a club of people. We all get together, we message each other, we talk. Due to COVID, we can't do meetings in person, but we meet on Facebook. We meet in our Facebook group. People talk. We meet on Telegram. And we're putting ourselves in a position to have freedom. Have freedom. It's not about the money, it's about the freedom. And if you don't have that freedom, think about it. I mean, today is Sunday. Okay, so yeah, some of you are getting up to go to church and you're gonna do the church thing. Maybe you're gonna do a barbecue with the family, and you have the freedom today because it's Sunday. You got the freedom tomorrow? Do you have the freedom Tuesday? Do you have the freedom Wednesday? Do you have the freedom Thursday? Or do you have the freedom Friday? Do you have the freedom every single day? And that's the question. And if you can't answer that question saying you have the freedom, then there's some adjustments you need to make. Because if you own your own business and you're doing your own thing or whatever, if you work for someone and they're paying you $100,000 a month or $50,000 a month or $10,000 a month or whatever they're paying you, whatever you think is success because you feel you're hitting it out the park because your income is 6 figures or 7 figures or whatever, you need to kind of like check yourself and find out, what example are you leaving for your children? What example are you leaving for your community, for the people that look up to you? That are you showing your children? And believe me, I'm raising my hand first because I was one of these. I made great money when I worked for corporate America. I made great money. And the example I left for my children, which has still scarred them today, they're still scarred by that today, that dad always worked. That's all dad did. Dad worked and worked and worked. He couldn't come to my games. He couldn't do this. And now the grandchildren are popping around. Now I'm changing that whole process because I can see the grandchildren 24/7. I have nothing to do. I have nowhere to go, nowhere to be. I can have all the freedom in the world. Wish I had that. I wish I had someone mentoring me with that and stretching my vision when I was 25, 28, 30. I wish I had that. So hopefully I stretch your vision today. You guys take care. Bye-bye.